Hi and welcome to today's video where I have my first update for my rolling project pan to use 15 items in 2024. So at any time I've got 15 items in from various categories, and as I use one out I can roll another of the same category or a similar category back in. So I didn't want to do it particularly at the beginning of each month, so I've left it mid-month, so it means at the first update I've had 6 weeks of work on these items. So I'm going to go through them in the order that I've got in front of me, because it corresponds with my list here. So the first item is hair care, and it is the Kerastase Night Balm, Magic Night Balm. So last month it was just on the K, and now it is here. So I use this a couple of times a week when my hair, after I've washed my hair and it's dried. I generally use it the same night I wash or the next night, and you smooth it through dry hair, through the mid-lengths and ends, and then the next day you wake up and the hair, my hair at least, is quite smooth. So I do like the product. I don't like the scent because it smells pretty rank to me, but it is the scent of Kerastase. Then I have, my fragrance is Jo Malone, and it is Peony and Blush Suede. So I started off there. I'm now up to here. This is not my main perfume. I use this of an evening before I go to bed, or before I turn the light out, and it is lovely. Mr. Bear also likes it. It's a gentle, I would say slightly fruity peony, and the suede, it alludes to a Swedish leather note, but it isn't primarily a leather fragrance. Then I have my Laura Mercier, and I was folding this over, a Laura Mercier primer, Pure Canvas Primer Illuminating. Now this is the 50ml tube. It's now a smaller tube in an off-white or white, and I think it's got a pink top because the Laura Mercier have launched quite a number of primers. So this one came in at 62.5 gram at the start, and that was new, and it is now 57 gram. So I've used quite a bit, around 4.5 gram, which is very good. I'm pleased with that. I don't use it all the time. Now I have tried, but I don't actually use it with my foundation, because it wasn't until I put them in and then I tried and they don't really work together. The foundation is the Bobbi Brown Intensive Serum Skin Serum Foundation SPF 40. There is one that's very similar to this in a clear bottle. So this was launched a couple of years ago, and I've got it in Porcelain, which is a bit dark, a bit light for me. So what I do is I put a darker shade of foundation in to make it more, I won't say more my skin tone, but I do need to have my skin somewhat darkened because it is so pale. So unfortunately it is a high serum, so with this on top, this tends to slide around on top. I just don't think they're a good compatible match. This really only works with not much skincare underneath, so a fairly dry base or a grippy primer. So I'm using Hydro Grip by Milk Makeup when I use this. So I have weighed this, and I do need quite a bit to get coverage because it's only a light medium really. And I have found, so basically this was 154 gram because it is a glass bottle, and it's now 141.5 gram. So I have used well over 10 gram, which I'm pleased at. I had used it a few times before putting into this project, 1 or 2 I think, but I think it's about halfway now. So even though I am adding other products to it, I'm using this a lot of the month, but not all of the month. So yeah, it's nice if you want a light dewy foundation that's serum based. Then I have from Hourglass, I've got their Veil. So I roughly guessed where I was up to last time. I think it was around there, and now I'm up to here. So though it isn't a favourite powder, I am using it on the cheek area before I powder my entire face. So it is working okay for me. And also when I put an eyeliner on, or the eyeliner in this, I use a little bit of this to set the eyeliner. So I am able to use it, like I say, not a favourite of mine. Then I have from Milk, I've got their bronzer mini, and I think it's in Baked. I can't think what it is, but it's their basic bronzer. and I have used quite a lot because it was over double that size in January. So what I do is I put it on, I put this on after my foundation when it hasn't been set. I put this on with a stippling brush. I rub it into my hand, use the stippling brush, and then I stipple it onto my face, and it seems to be working well. But I will show you where I'm up to now. So the Milk bronzer in January was there, and now I'm there. So I've used, I would say, over half, which I'm really pleased. But then it did take 6 weeks to do that. Then I have a contour. Now, to be honest, I don't even know. I think I've used it once. I think I've probably used it once because I have a couple of contour powders, products I'm using at the moment. I've got a product in a Zow palette, which I'm going to show you, and I have a cream one from Milk, which I'm trying to use up because it goes off quick. So this is the contour powder from MAC. It's actually under the blusher section, but they did put blusher and contours and listed them as blush many years ago. But it's back to nature, and it is a contour. It's losing a lot of its pigment now, but it is not that heavy, but it is good for very light skin tones. Then I have Rockateur from Benefit, and this is, I think, 1.6 gram, and if you can see, I've made quite a lot of dent in that, and I've got that on. I've worn this all the time that I've worn makeup, which is most days, and I've got a really big dent there, so I'm pleased that I can see definite progress there. The next item we've got is from Urban Decay, and it is the eyeshadow in Naked, which is this one. Now, if you can see, there's quite a big shadowing in there. So I think I'll hit pan in the next month, or maybe 2 months, I think. And I'll show you the contour that I've been working on, which isn't in this project pan. There's the contour. So I'm trying to finish that and still trying to use up some of the MAC. But I really do like the Naked, but I have decluttered the Naked palette. I had the original one and I decluttered it recently. But I really enjoy using it, and that is on my mobile lid at the moment. The next item is a Rodial eyeliner. So this one doesn't set, so I'm using the Hourglass powder to set it. So I will show you the progress thus far. It's very oily. I don't recommend them because like I say, it has to be set with a powder, which is fine if you want to get the same colour powder on, but because I have hooded lids, I can't do that because I end up with a mark up there, so I have to set it fully. So here I've got the Urban Decay eyeliner, and it started off, if I can actually get it there, sorry, the Rodial. It was there in January. This is February, so I've used quite a bit. I did focus on that, but I did use a black variant that I have as well. I'm trying to use them both up. Then I have a lipstick. Now, the lipstick I had was an Urban Decay exhibition, and it was a matte, very bright pink, bubblegum, or a Barbie pink actually. I decluttered that because I just didn't like it. I didn't want to hate pan it. And there was this which I got rid of, and I decided to bring that back into my collection. And this is a pink. Now, it's in a Lipstick Queen case, but it is Maybelline, and is it Smoky Pink? I think it's called. Let me just get it. Smoky Rose. So this I put in mid-January. I have been using it, but I didn't mark when I started. This was nearly new. But I have had quite a bit of use. It's on my lips today with another product on top, which is changing the colour. So what I've done with that, I've marked when it's fully rolled up. That's where it is at. So I will be able to mark the progress. I think it's going to take a few months. I'll show you what it looks like on its own, but it's quite nice for spring. It's a neutral, if slightly warm leaning pink. There it is, like a rose colour. It is a smoky rose. The next item I've got is a setting spray or a dewy mist. I use this midway through my makeup, a bit like the MAC Fix Plus. So I think, I didn't mark it, I think it was around there when I put it in, and now it's here. because I use it every day, and it's still sudding a little bit, but it is nice and it is very refreshing. So I do enjoy this Barry M Dewy setting spray. Then I also had a lip gloss from Smashbox, and that was very gloopy, I found out, so I have discarded that. It's old. Well, about 2 or 3 years old, but anyway, I've got rid of that. And then I put in this Laura Geller, and it was about there, I think, but I'm only marking it as it is today. It's around there, and I have this on top of my lips, so it has made a change in colour. It's sent it a bit more of a taupey brown shade, but this, it is a pink, more of a brownish pink, but a very cool brown pink. But so this one is called Perfect Peach Shimmer, but it's more of a pinky shade in all honesty. I'll try and put it on, I'll put a bit on my hand, that might be the best thing, but I'm probably going to smear off the mark. It's not particularly peachy, but that's the name she gave to it. I got that in a set. There it is. And then the next item is by Rodial, and it is the glass highlighter in Champagne Shimmer. And it was new when I put it in, so it was about there, I think. But what's happened is I've used it and it's collected around the inner cap, inner insert where the brush pulls against. So I've put it towards the highest point of the lower bit that I can see, if you can see it all the way around. So I'm guessing it's somewhere around there. Now, it's very difficult for me to pull product out at this stage, so the stopper is going to have to be removed. So I'll be doing that imminently, but I use this every time as a highlighter. I'm enjoying it. The only thing I will say, it comes out like a gel, but it goes to oil, so it may get too oily, and I think in hot weather it may run, so I think you'd have to pat the excess off. But that's the colour when it's not been spread, and obviously I would tap it in, and it does go like a satin finish, but then the heat of the skin makes it go to a true oil. That's all I will say. It's very high glistening, a bit like Vaseline, is what I will say. The final item, I had it in my project pan last year, and it's by Orley, and it's Artist's Garden polish. I've used it about 3 times since it's been put in, maybe 4, and it hasn't moved that much because this is 18mm, and that's where it's at. I'm hoping to get more use out of it into spring and summer, because this is a lovely spring and summery shade. So they're all the 15 items. So as expected, I haven't got any rollouts. I'm not sure whether I'll get any next month. Not sure. I think the vast majority is going to be in. I don't think so. Possibly this, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a few months of working on this, but it's still fairly early on in this project. But can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate that your time is valuable, so thank you for spending some of it with me. Also, I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. Otherwise, hopefully I shall see you very soon in another video, but please take care of yourselves, and bye for now.